Samore Love Bugs. You have now tuned in to my Black Ink recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos. Okay, boo. Okay, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, whatever it is. So now this episode, it kind of shows us that things that you do now or things that you've done in your past can still catch up with you in your future. No matter how much you try to change, it can still tend to catch up with you, especially depending on how bad whatever it was that you did was, you know? So we have he calls Donna, and he is like pissed to the max when he calls her. He was like, yo, you gotta move out today. He was like, how you gonna have a fight with my fiance? Nah. Like, he straight threw her out like she was yesterday's trash. That's how you know she didn't really mean anything to him, because it wouldn't have been that easy. He just straight was like, yo, you gotta leave, and that's it. You messed up my relationship, and that's it. But I'm like, how you getting mad at her? Yes, that wasn't the brightest thing for her to do. She kind of listened to I feel like she kind of listened to Duchess, but took it to a whole nother level of stupid. But at the same time, in the same breath, he's the one who well, I don't know if he initiated, but he's the one who was a part of it. And he probably would have kept on doing it if she didn't make some type of moves. So maybe this was for the best in order to kind of nip this in the bud. But I feel like if it's not Donna, it will be somebody else that's a little more timid and won't go up to Anya and say anything. That'll probably just be cool staying in the background and not making any moves. Sky, Duchess, and Caesar, and all the rest of them, they're talking about how Anya and Donna had that crazy fight that we saw. And they said kind of the same things that I was thinking, which is that both of them, it seemed like there was a tie. And they said something, they made a joke like, this chick had a fight with a car. She had a tie with the car too, or something along those lines, which was pretty funny to me. But yeah, like, this chick, Anya, she is in a taxi moving along, and she jumps out the cab to continue fighting and ends up getting her foot freaking broken in several different places. I think it was like where the foot actually meets the leg. So somewhere along the ankle, I think she like broke a whole bunch of different types of bones. They said she had to have several surgeries, not even just one, which is crazy. But for somebody that was in all that pain, well, that had foot broke up, she was sitting there mad calm. Remember when they was taking her away in the last episode, she was just like, so this is how I'm gonna have to go back to my daughter. Like, she wasn't screaming, she wasn't banging on something. Like, if that was me, I'd have been banging on stuff. They probably would have had to restrain me, because I would have still had that adrenaline rush, and I would have been like, yo, like, this is really what is gonna happen, right? Like, I would have got crazy. But yeah, I don't see that side of me, because usually I don't have to get mad, which is good. So he talks to Caesar, and he mentions that it was Donna's fault, that Donna messed up the relationship. And once again, I feel like, come on, dude. I think there was one point where he did say he did it too, but don't even blame Aunt Donna, because I feel like he's the culprit behind this whole freaking mess. If it wasn't for him, he's the one that they both were sharing the D with, and that's the reason why this whole thing went down. If he wasn't the little link to hook them all together, then it would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. That was his foolish mistake. But now it looks like he's getting better. You know, he's doing his rehab and all that. They have a party for a legendary tattoo artist that's filling in for while he's away getting better. And I mean, the party looked like it was pretty turned up. This chick named Fame, she comes in, and she was a close friend of Sky's, but when she comes, she kind of is moving funny, because she don't even say hi to her. Like, she don't know her for years. They were like bosom buddies, and she just sits down, she's drinking, she's talking to everybody except Sky. So Sky's starting to feel some type of way, like, hold on, like, you're my friend, I'm the queen of the mixies, what you think you doing? So she's like, yo, like, I won't punch you in your face, I'll smack the out of you, like, for real. And she goes to the back and she does a little meditation. And sometimes, let me tell y'all, I be having to do that when I feel like the anxiety's coming on, when I feel upset. I have meditation music on my phone. It saves people and it saves me from getting into crazy situations. So you just listen to that real quick, or you just do some like breathe in, breathe out. I had to actually do that earlier today, funny enough, because I had some stuff going on and my friend was on the phone with me like, okay, just take some deep breaths, breathe in and breathe out, and just kind of like blank out everything for the moment. And it helps so much. It like calms you down. And if you're able to like think about something to replace those bad thoughts, then that makes it even better. So definitely advise you to do that. So that's exactly what she did. And she came out and handled the situation like a boss. You know, she did much better. She was able to communicate her feelings. She's brought her friend outside, didn't embarrass her in front of everybody, and just told her that she feels some type of way about the way she was moving. She was coming in there, not even saying anything to her. She'd been there for like 45 minutes, didn't say nothing. So she apologized to her. You know, I was coming to get my tattoo. I'm sorry. You know, it's all love. They hugged it out and it was a peaceful situation. It could have gotten so much worse. But she's trying to be a changed person. That's the goal right here. Ted and Caesar, they haven't spoken for super long, ever since the whole situation went down with what's his name, with Puma, when he dropped the chicken and they had that crazy fight. And for the simple fact that Ted's been hanging out with him, but it's like, Ted is cool with all of them. At the end of the day, if there's some loyalty situation, Ted is going to be down and ride or die for his cousin, but he's not going to stop talking to Puma when they've been cool for all this time. They all grew up together, I think, or whatever, and they've known each other for so long. If he don't have any problems with him, why he got to stop talking to him? Because Caesar said so, and because Caesar's feeling some type of way. So they really talk, and Ted kind of tells him, you know, this whole thing started because of you and Duchess. That was where the divide happened. And Caesar does admit that, but he's just like, she's not going anywhere, so they just gonna have to deal with it. That it may have been what happened, but this is what's happening now, and things have changed. So they end up getting to what looks like a much better place where they're able to coexist and have conversations once again. They even hugged it out. So it looks like it's hopeful that things are going to be getting better with them. Sassy, she's showing her new girlfriend around to Puma and the people from 124 Inc. And they look like they have a nice little relationship going on. I mean, it was the first time we kind of seen them interact, so we gotta see more of that to see what's going down. I really thought that she was a lesbian. I thought that's why she was so mad about the whole she smashed Teddy thing that Duchess was putting out there, but I guess I was wrong. I thought that, because, you know, if you're a lesbian, a real lesbian, somebody saying that you had sex with a dude, that's like total disrespect. But it's not even that serious. Like, she's bisexual. But whatever. So yeah, them two, whatever, they are together, and she tells Puma that she plans to let her meet her mother at a photo shoot. And I'm like, but if your mom gets mad, is that the best place for your mom to blow up in front of a whole bunch of people? They're like, oh, it'll be safe that way. Okay, to each his own. Maybe you know your mama better than we do. Sassy also gets her AK-47 that she had on her back. She gets that kind of colored in again, fixed up. And she also adds a trigger to it. She didn't want it to be a symbol of violence before, but now she just kind of feels like she's evolved into this different person that's no longer so afraid of what people think about her, because a lot of times she would hide her sexuality because she was afraid of what people would say. And you know how this world can be so crazy. She even said that there was some type of slumber party when she was younger that she was at after she had started to come out, and the mother was upset that she was even sleeping in the same room with all the other girls. So that kind of made her withdraw and kind of not want to tell everybody about her sexuality anymore. It's kind of like she was hidden because of that. I think that definitely could be an issue with little girls. And also, but I feel like it's worse for guys. But I can definitely see where she was coming from, because people judge people every day. You know, telling somebody I'm bisexual, coming out and just saying it, it's just like, oh wow. You know, that's why people say things like, honey, I do what I want. Yes, Samore does. She's a free spirit and she has fun. Yes. Yes. Or you say things like what Raven Simone says. What does she say? She doesn't want to be classified as anything. She's a human being, and that's pretty much it. That's where it ends. She's not lesbian. She's not bisexual. She's a human being. And there was something else she said, but I can't remember. It was a while ago. So now we finding out that Sky got locked up in Atlanta. She often goes there, from what they were saying. She went down there for something, and she got locked up. And Ted, like, he really surprised me because he seemed to care the most out of everybody. He was just like, yo, we gotta go down there. We gotta get her back. We gotta post bail if we need to. He even sold his sneakers at the pawn shop in order to try to help raise some money to get her out. That was like $500 he got for 2 pairs of sneakers. I'm like, yo, them sneakers is worth that much. My son got one of them, but it's not in mint condition. Like, his sneakers look like he wore it once, if he even wore them. He looked like he just collects sneakers. They look super duper clean. I'm just like, did you ever wear them? My son's sneaker do not look like that anymore. I'll tell you that one. The red and white ones is the one that I got for my son. But I was just like, they were that much? Excuse me, I gotta find this little pawn shop. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, he sold those, and he looked like he was like dropping off his pet or his child at the freaking fire department or something, and he was just so sad about it just as he was walking away. That's like the kind of vibe they was getting. I think they even had like the soft music playing in the background. You know, the dun, 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 you know, where they playing with the piano. I think that's what they was doing. So yeah, he's determined to get out because he got feelings for her now. He was like, it wasn't like that before. He thought it was going to be a little different with her coming to the shop to work, but it actually brought them closer together because of, I guess, the conversations and stuff that they've been having. The lawyer, he tells them that she could get 9 years in prison. She was on probation and she kind of was on the run for like all these years. 10 years ago, she committed, was it credit card fraud? Which in the hood, a lot of people be doing stuff like that. They get credit cards and stuff, they use them, or I don't even know how it works, to be honest. But I kind of heard a little something about it, and it's crazy. And I know for me, people's been stealing my credit card information. Like, it's happened a few times. So, you know, if that's the kind of stuff that is happening, like you're stealing from somebody else so that you can make money or you can eat, that's not cool to me because I've been a victim of it. And, you know, I have no remorse for people that get in trouble for stuff like that. Like, yes, you had hard times. I mean, I don't know if that's how hers exactly works, but I know you had hard times, but that don't mean you take from somebody else that may not even be doing as well. Like, for me, I remember it was the first time. It happened like 3 times. The first time, and I had to shut my account down and open it back up. They took the money out. It was around Christmas time. I had to wait to get it back. And, I mean, luckily, the bank has good ways, or actually it was through PayPal. They have good ways that they can get your money back. But I still had to pay the bank because the money came out of my bank account. Had to shut down my bank account. Had to shut down my, had to get a new PayPal card. It was just like a whole big mess. Because somebody wanted to go to ShopRite and use my card. Another time somebody wanted to go to JCPenney's and buy their baby some clothes. And the other time it was a gas. They went to go get some gas. They went and did a whole bunch of stuff with my card. They was having a field day. With money that I didn't even have like that. Because they overdraft. One time they overdraft. The other time they just pretty much cleared it out. So yeah, I have no remorse for people that do stuff like that. But I don't know her situation. But anyways. So she says that Bobby, like all of them, they came to come see her, try to rescue her and all that. But they, of course, wasn't able to do that because it was so serious that she has to actually do the time because she was on the run for all these years. And out of all the people that she would have thought would have came to see her, Bobby, who's her boyfriend, who she was the first one to come and get him when he was out. She was writing him notes and claiming him and stuff like that. He didn't even come like to see her or nothing like that. And of course, like I'm assuming and I'm hoping, unless he has some very good explanation, like he ain't have any monies to come down there, or he couldn't find his card, his driver's license to be able to get on the plane or something like that. He better have some good reason, because you're her guy. You're supposed to come down there to see what's up, what's going on, and give her a hug or whatever you're able to do. I don't know how contained she is that she's not able to hug people or stuff like that, because I didn't see that part. They didn't show that. But regardless, he was the one that she thought would have been like one of the first ones there, and he wasn't even there. And she ends up getting 2 months and instead of 9 years. So that was a big difference. But she gotta stay in like these tents in the heat. It looked like intense for 2 months. That could seem like torture, like they trying to kill somebody. So, you know, that's crazy. Next week they showed some trailers for next week, and just like I was saying, it looks like Sassy's mom is about to blow up because of the way that she kind of put everything out there. It was just like she didn't get time to process it alone. It's like you process it in front of everybody out in the open when they're supposed to have like a private family discussion about something like this. So, yeah, it's crazy, y'all. Alright, but that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.